The campfire crackled, casting a warm glow on the faces of the friends gathered around it. Sarah, her skepticism momentarily shaken by James's haunting tale, wrapped her arms around herself, feeling the chill of the night creeping in despite the fire's warmth. She glanced nervously into the darkness beyond the circle of light, half expecting to see the glinting eyes of some otherworldly entity watching them from the shadows. James's eyes gleamed with excitement as he finished his story, but there was a hint of unease in his expression, as if he too felt the weight of the tale he had just spun. The others sat in silence, their minds swirling with images of haunted graveyards and malevolent spirits, their imaginations running wild in the flickering firelight. Finally, it was Mark, the quietest member of the group, who broke the silence. "Do you really believe all that stuff, James?" he asked, his voice barely a whisper. James hesitated for a moment, his gaze flicking nervously between his friends. I don't know," he admitted at last. "But there are things in this world that we can't explain, things that defy logic and reason. And sometimes it's better to believe in the unknown than to dismiss it out of hand." Sarah shot him a skeptical glance, but there was a flicker of doubt in her eyes, a tiny seed of fear planted by James's tale. She shook her head, trying to dispel the lingering unease that gripped her heart. "I think it's time we called it a night," she said, her voice tinged with forced cheerfulness. "We've all had enough excitement for one evening." The others nodded in agreement, eager to retreat to the safety of their tents and leave the darkness of the forest behind them. But as they crawled into their sleeping bags and closed their eyes, the memory of James's story lingered in their minds like a ghostly whisper, haunting their dreams and reminding them of the thin veil that separates the world of the living from the realm of the dead.